Seen the Knights celebrate the sectional title on his field, and he really dedicated himself in the offseason. He changed his nutrition program, went to a different kind of diet, ran high hurdles every day to get that good high knee action going, and I mean, he's chiseled now.
He does a great job of running. I mean, he stays low to the ground. He is very well balanced and accelerates off the cuts.
3rd and 2. Lance will keep it himself, a la Tommy Finn from the 3A game, and goes forward to the 34, 1st and 10. You don't like to compare players, but the more you watch Lance, you see a lot of Tommy Finn in him.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we saw a great exhibition of a phenomenal athlete in Tommy Finn just in the last game, and to compare anybody to that kid, I mean, it's an incredible feat. I mean, when you're talking about Mr. Football, he's a strong candidate. After that,
4-yard
pickup to do.
4-yard pickup for that Lance that time. We're down to the 9-minute mark of the quarter. It's 3-0 Wawasee. They give it to Swain, and the big kid rolls forward to about the 26-yard line. Swain came into the game with 2,546 yards rushing. Justin Jenkins, the senior defensive lineman, hauls him down.
Well, here's my game plan. Swain in the middle. Pitch it to him or hand it to him. It doesn't matter. Look at the nice blocking up front. Great job. Oh, and he takes on that lead tackler right off the bat, Billy Perry, and just kind of sheds him. It goes for another 5 yards. Keeps himself low to the ground. Nice center of gravity, and delivers the blow to the tackler, and that's been the difference.
He had 244 yards last week in the semi-state against Logansport. Corey Lance wants the play, and now Joe Riedfeld wants to call a timeout. 8:17 to go, first half. Wawasee leads Roncalli 3-0. You're watching the Class 4A state championship on the Wawasee Sports IHSAA television network.
Wow, can you believe how time flies when you're having fun? At McCrocklin Ford and Mobility, we want to put the fun back in your life. We have what you need to make life a little easier. Power chairs, scooters, specialty vans, even items for the home. And we're a real store with a selection and service. Located right here in central Indiana, why settle for less? At McCrocklin, we not only sell you a product, we believe in giving you a whole new way of life. Wow, that's McCrocklin Ford and Mobility in Middletown.
Here at TV40, we'd like to introduce you to a new friend.
Hello, I'm Mr. Ed.
We're just so excited to have another quality family program on our station.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Mr. Ed, weekdays at 2:30 right here on WHMB TV40.
You're watching Wawasee Broadcasting, WHMB TV40, Indianapolis.
If your family doesn't have health insurance, you're paying too much on medical bills. Well, that stops right now. Welcome to Prudent Choice. Prudent Choice is a network of premier doctors and hospitals offering huge discounts of up to 50, 55, 60% on health care services. And because Prudent Choice is not health insurance, there are no deductibles, no waiting period, and you can't be turned down for any pre-existing condition.
Get huge health care discounts today with Prudent Choice for only $29.99 per month.
Welcome back to the RCA Dome. 8:17 to go, first half. Wawasee leads Roncalli 3-0. Total Exterminating wants the Rebels to exterminate the competition. Spiders and ants making a play to take over your home? If so, let Total Exterminating come into play defense. They've been providing residential and commercial pest control services since 1948. Here's Ryan Kochak, the tight end, bowling his way down to the 13-yard line. Warner was in on the stop along with Jenkins, but not before the Warriors move the chains again for Kochak, his 19th reception of the year.
You know, he made that adjustment on the line of scrimmage. I think he just read the defense, called it, and said, hey, look, it's a two-step drop. I'm going to flip it right to you at fullback. There he goes, man, number 44. Great job, actually tight end. Ryan Kuchak was just open. Good read, good communication between the quarterback and the tight end.
13 yards on the pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 13 for the Warriors. Lance will keep it himself on the draw. He's got room. He's got a touchdown. Corey Lance with his 21st touchdown of the year, and it's 9-0 Wawasee.
Ran great job. It's the quarterback's option of whether he wants to give that ball to the running back that's in the shotgun position next to him. Now watch this. He's making his read. Once he reads that, then he basically made the option, or chose the option of taking the ball himself, and he just takes it upfield.
He was a running back growing up in Pee Wee football, and he shows some of those abilities there. Shampoo's extra point is up and good, and with 7:57 to go in the first half, Wawasee looking to knock off the two-time state champs, leading 10-0.
Wow, can you believe how time flies when you're having fun? At McCrocklin Ford and Mobility, we want to put the fun back in your life. We have what you need to make life a little easier. Power chairs, scooters, specialty vans, even items for the home. And we're a real store with a selection and service. Located right here in central Indiana, why settle for less? At McCrocklin, we not only sell you a product, we believe in giving you a whole new way of life. Wow, that's McCrocklin Ford and Mobility in Middletown.
How would you describe a great liberal arts college?
Distinctive. Challenging. Comprehensive.
Supportive.
Hanover.
You want to change your style, call transformation. You want to look that fits every part of you. We'll have to show the very heart of you. Transformations will help you transform into the beautiful you.
You're special at Transformations.
RCA Dome. Joe Rietveld of Wawasee is an algebra teacher, and he's got the X factor in Corey Lance, a 13-yard touchdown run, 9 plays, 71-yard drive for 317. And the Warriors are up 10-0. I think the Roncalli fans might be a little bit stunned, Barry.
Yeah, they put it together, and that's one thing that you don't want is an offense to get confidence and get into a rhythm. And Wawasee right now has that confidence and also has that rhythm.
Shampoo with the kick. It'll go all the way back to the 1-yard line. And Roncalli bringing it up the field. Up to the 49. Great play that time on the return for Brandon Axum, a 5'11", 162-pound junior defensive back.
Boy, it's special teams again. That's big for Roncalli. Now, last time they had a good return by Warner in the punt return. Let's see what they can do at this field position off of this great kickoff return.
48-yard kick return that time for the Rebels. So it's 1st and 10 from the 49. Roncalli trailing 10-0, 7:47 to go first half. They'll give it to Lutgring, this time on more of a straight handoff, and down he goes. Jeremy Curry comes up with a hit, his 106th tackle of the year.
Some good hitting out there, and it starts with the defensive line for Wawasee doing a really good job. You got Lapel right now. It's like take that defensive end, defensive tackle, and you crash them down in. Watch this. See how they crash down inside? Then your linebacker scrapes. And it's an attack. Don't sit back on your heels. Go and attack this offense. You know they're going to run, like we talked about, 90% of the time. Go ahead, get physical. Strap up your chin strap. Get up there and hit somebody.
Curry's had a sensational tournament. 8 tackles for loss in the tourney, and he had some big hits last week in the semi-state against Logansport. From midfield on 2nd and 9. Lutgring. They fake it to him. Hasty still has the ball. Throws it out to the tight end. Taylor Donnell. And Donald goes down to the 39-yard line before Michael Conrad brings him down, but Roncalli picks up the first down.
Tom Brown, the free safety, did a great job of covering Warner down the middle of the field, and that's exactly where Hasty wanted to go with the ball. Now watch this. He does a little play action, but he's looking for Warner down the middle of the field. Great job at coming upfield and turning him back inside. McKibben, number 4, turns back around, sees his fail-safe, the tight end kind of hanging around, and that's what it's all about. It's about here your drop-off player, and you find that tight end over there, and you just drop it off, get the first down.
11 yards on the pickup for Roncalli. 1st and 10 at the Wawasee 39. They give it to Warner on the end around, and Warner's got speed, but Tom Brown's got him by the ankles. Brown, a 5'10", 165-pound junior who's a sprinter and hurdler, and he just held on for dear life that time.
Again, what you want to do on a defensive side is you want your best athlete as the free safety, and if he can fly around most of the time, he's your fastest player too. He's going to make plays from all over the field. And here's another look at it. Now you're going to see this free safety number 4, actually number 8 come flying in. There he comes right there. Now he's playing the center field, comes up and makes the play. I mean, that's exciting because, you know, his main responsibilities don't get burnt deep. He's got to be the deepest of the deep back there, but yet he's got the presence of mind of knowing where the ball is and not afraid to go up and make a tackle.
Kidwell, big hole, he's gone. Touchdown, Roncalli. Zach Kidwell on a 34-yard run to pay dirt has Roncalli right back in it.
Again, Kidwell's just a fullback. Every once in a while, he gets a sniff. In other words, they give him the ball because most of the time he's blocking all the time. 5'11", 215-pounder, man. He just takes it up the field. The hole was there, and the big guy chugged it in.
On to try the extra point. Tim Curran puts it up and good. And with 5:39 to go in the first half, the Rebels are on the board, trailing 10-7. After all that turkey, it's time to order some delicious Papa John's pizza and buffalo wings. Mention this ad to the downtown store when ordering at 632-7272, and you'll get wings and a large one topping for just $15.99. Again, call 632-7272 or pick up at 955 Indiana Avenue on the corner of 10th and Indiana. Roncalli football and RE/MAX are known for a winning tradition. RE/MAX is also known as the world leader in real estate. In Indiana, David New and the ACE team are real estate leaders and ranked among the top 10 RE/MAX of Indiana teams. Whatever your family's real estate needs, David New is your right choice. Let's go down to the sidelines. Rob Blackman.
All right, you know, this is Wawasee's second trip to the RCA Dome here in 2004. They actually were here back on September the 18th in a regular season game when they knocked off then #1 Northwood. As the team left the field on that afternoon, all they talked about was coming back. As a matter of fact, the theme for the team following that victory was treat the Dome like home, because we will be coming back home in November. And indeed, that's what Wawasee has done. They won here back on September the 18th. Now they hope here on November 27th, they'll take home a victory as well, this time with the stakes even bigger than beating just the #1 team in the state.
Meanwhile, Bruce Cyphers' team has had some experience playing in the Dome, and as Tim Curran gets ready to kick off, we'll hear from Bruce in just a moment. Kickoff is taken deep in the territory for Wawasee, and the Warriors trying to come out of there with Andrew Mock on the run back, and he'll get up to the 27. So just what does Bruce Cyphers have to say about his team's experience at the Dome?
It never does get old. It's just every time I walk onto the field there and just look around it, you know, especially when the stands have a lot of people there hooting and hollering, it's just exciting. Our kids are always excited about that. The fact that our kids have been there before, though, they're maybe not in awe of it. They're excited by it, but they're certainly able to stay focused too on. It's a lot more important than just getting there. You know, there's still a lot of work to do and a job to be done after you get there that is going to determine.
Prisoner in motion. Lance to throw, knocked down. Billy Cobb got a big right paw up there, and the senior knocks it down.
You know, what I liked about that last series was the fact that Roncalli took advantage of the field position by their special teams. Again, great return to midfield and took advantage of it and put the points on the board. Like you said, they did answer, but now it's up to the defense for Roncalli to step up. And you see the linebacker there, number 53, Billy Cobb, really doing a nice read. I like what this Wawasee offense does. Maybe two-step drop. Basically, they maybe call an adjustment on the line of scrimmage. They see something, trying to go with that quick little pass, which worked earlier on that other series prior to this one.
Prisoner and Shampoo at the top of your screen. They hand off to Swain, and Jordan Swain puts his shoulders down and runs into Jason Warner and Billy Perry after a pickup of about 6.
You know, you just don't talk enough about the offensive linemen, man. They just do a great job, and they're executing up front for Wawasee, and it's pretty difficult. We might take a look at, now watch this. You got these one-on-one blocks. See that tackle come down? He does a good job of getting out on Cobb, the outside linebacker. and pushing them out of the way, and that's what you got to do. Every offensive lineman, once they do their job, initially block that defensive lineman, then they try to make sure that that's secure. Then they go to the next level and try to get that linebacker.
3rd and 4 from the 33. Lance to throw. Over the middle, Warner with the interception. His 14th of the year. He leads the state, but that one was probably one of the easier ones he'll haul in.
You know, I don't know if he just didn't see it or whatever, but he just really missed the target. I mean, when he throws this, he throws it right into the free safety. And when you see number 24 in the picture, you don't want to throw anywhere near the guy because as a free safety, he's going to make a big play. And there he goes, man. He's just sitting back there. And again, we saw him against Mooresville with 4 interceptions and basically 3, I think, were overthrown just like that. So he's always in the right place at the right time. And unfortunately for Wawasee, an opportunity maybe to score again before halftime.
His 9th pick in the last 4 games. Now the pitch sweep to Lutgring. He gets to the outside and manages to get about 4 yards before he's brought down by Trent Weiser, the junior defensive end, and Rob McKibben.
You know, it's really interesting. I know the quarterback will go back. Lance will go, man, why did I go into that? You don't ever want to throw into the coverage. Now watch this up on the top of the screen. That's a corner flying up and taking on a fullback, but he does a good job at going back inside and then around and trying to turn that corner. But good support on the outside, but good block by number 48, Kidwell, on that corner.
We've got a flag thrown here on the sideline, and I believe it's going to be a sideline warning against Roncalli just to move them back. There's no penalty here. It's just the officials trying to say, hey, we need room to do our jobs, and that's been a point of emphasis all year for the officials.
Well, since I've been a coach, I understand the importance of having these guys back because the referees, I don't know if you ever watched the lines judge, basically, he's over there, and he backpedals on plays, mostly passing plays, and there's numerous times where I've had to jump out of his way, and players, if they're standing around, you know, the referees can't do their job. And plus also for safety factors with guys coming flying over from the field.
2nd and 5, 4:35 to go first half. Roncalli trailing Wawasee 10-7. Lutgring on the pitch sweep again. Has a convoy of blockers and picks up about 4 yards before he swarmed under Jeremy Curry leading the brigade.
Kind of almost looks like Roncalli's always got that extra guy or something in there. They like hide somebody, and all of a sudden when they run the ball, it just seems like they got that extra blocker out there and out. You know, it seems like they're out manning the defense, but, you know, Wawasee's doing a pretty good job coming up and hitting, but, you know, again, you know, this is the type of football Roncalli likes to play. They like to run it down your throat.
Well, that time Hasty got out and helped lead the blocking on the sweep, the quarterback. He brings them up to the line on 3rd and 1. Roncalli 2 of 4 so far on 3rd down. Hasty on a quarterback keeper, and he's got the first down. Up to the 48-yard line. Let's go down to the sidelines and Rob Blackman.
Hey, getting a good look here, and Tim Sergi, number 21 there of the Roncalli Rebels, actually torn ACL injury in the 4th week of the regular season, but he is in uniform tonight. Now, he was in uniform last week as well, but did not play. I talked to Coach Cyphers before this game, and he says there's a chance Sergi could play this afternoon. It would have to be just the right scenario, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that senior Tim Sergi, who rushed for over 2,500 yards last season, could play in this game before it's all said and done.
Robbie had 28 carries for 207 yards and 2 touchdowns last year in the state championship game. His replacement, Lutgring, comes in and picks up a couple of yards before Heath Schock comes up. Rob McKibben comes up and knocks the shoes off of him.
You know, Sergi gets in the game. It's an incredible tribute to him, number 1, for his rehabilitation, but number 2 is the fact that, you know, now the doctors now can operate on you and within 8 weeks get back out on the football field, which is incredible. But, you know, it's that rehab immediately after surgery, because I know about it because I've had 3 knee surgeries. That post-op, immediately they're in there trying to rehab your knee, bending the knee, trying to already expedite the rehabilitation process.
On 2nd down and 8, they fake it to Lutgring. Hasty looking for Warner. He's got him. Touchdown, Roncalli. Jason Warner can hurt you in a lot of ways, and that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the year on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Hasty.
Well, that's what you get for bringing up your safety, number 10. Conrad, he's too close to the line of scrimmage. He's not playing the free safety position, and it's just one-on-one coverage. And who best would you like out there in the open field against your corner would be Jason Warner, who just finds number 5 and takes the inside split. Basically split him over there on the corner.
The extra point from Curran is up and good, and with 2:45 to go first half, it's 14-10 Roncalli. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a feature on Wawasee quarterback Corey Lance, the Watson's trivia question, plus highlights and stats. That all comes your way at the half. And Jimmy Johns wants to congratulate all members of the Indiana high school football teams on their 2004 season. To celebrate your next big event, order a Jimmy Johns party planner or a giant party sub. They're located in Indianapolis, Bloomington, Mooresville, Plainfield, Greenwood, and Muncie. Barry's been to all of them. Visit www.jimmyjohns.com to find a location near you.
You know, Chuck, when you talk about 90% run for Roncalli, well, guess what? You just saw the other 10%. Every once in a while, they do a little play-action pass, and, you know, Werner does a great job at, you know, taking away the inside from that corner, but the free safety has to help. And, you know, from a defensive standpoint, you know they're going to run the ball, so you try to get that extra man in the box with that free safety, and they get caught every once in a while. Guess what? Wawasee just got caught sneaking up to the line of scrimmage, and that's isolates one-on-one with Jason Werner with that corner, and there's no free safety, no help, and, well, you saw the result on that one.
And Hasty having a good day now, 3 of 3 for 60 yards and a touchdown passing. Wawasee has been down in this facility before this year. They trailed Northwood by 13 during the regular season and came back to beat a pretty good Panther squad. We'll see how they do here now that Roncalli has seized momentum. Curran's kick is a little pooch kick. It'll be fielded by Mock at the 19. Mock looking for running room, and there just isn't any there. 24-yard line is what he got back to.